Thank you, family. Thank you, family. I'm sounding like what's her face there on Sherry. Sherry. Thank you, family. Big up to Sherry. Big up to Sherry, her beautiful self. Big up to her. I know she's one of KT's clients, so big up to her. She is one of KT, the Arch Degrees clients, and I buy products from him. First and foremost, happy birthday to our dear brother Lloyd Strayhorn. Today is his born day. I did text him. I hope other people got the text. I think somebody called me and thought I was Lloyd. I said, no, this ain't Lloyd. So make sure y'all support our brother at lloyd-strayhorn.com. We're broadcasting on Instagram. We're broadcasting on Facebook. We're broadcasting on two of my YouTube channel, Numerovation News and Views. And also we're broadcasting right here on King Simon Presents. Only quality people. You know how we get down. Today we got a special guest coming up at the top of the hour, the one, the only Monique Nicholas. Nicholas will be in the building, debuting on my show for the first time, keeping the legacy alive and moving forward. Forward ever, backward never. You know how we do. Today is also Coffee's birthday. Today is also my bonus daughter's birthday, Jandora. Y'all know Jandora been vending at a few Set Squads events, so big up to her. Today is her born day, and I believe it's Ice T's birthday too. Big up to Ice T. You know him. You know him. Crazy Ice T. Yeah, yeah. I just want to remind people that the next lesson that's coming up is the Ministry of Numerovation and KSP Media presents Cheer Up, a numerovational, spiritual, and physical perspective. I'm break down the numbers of this word, cheer, these two words, cheer up, and why it's important for us to maintain a most definite cheering attitude, a great cheer up attitude, please, especially during this time. We want to make sure everything is going well. All right. Tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, on Wednesday, we will be interviewing the one, the only. He's going to be first time on our show also. Sensei Nathan Ingram. This was the first black man to be a part of a Chinese gang back in Chinatown back in the day. And the first black man to set up a school, a martial arts school in Chinatown. Believe me, you know, Chinatown just don't let people in. So this brother have a big story. I'm also reading his book. And I told him to contact Nicholas to get his book inside there. Very good book so far about the history of martial arts throughout New York City and everything, and the things that he did in the Chinese gangs back in the day. Also, family, guess what? My audio book, thanks to my son, Prince Imagine from Green Studio NYC, is now uploaded to my membership. All you have to do is go to that third level membership of Numerovation audiobook. It says it's only $19.99, but you get access to every video in there. But this is the audiobook with binary codes and healing frequencies in the background while I am speaking and reading my book called Numerovation for Mental Stability. So y'all want to get that book, man, go get the audiobook. Just join my membership. It's not on Audibles. It's not on Amazon. Just join my membership at the $19.99 rate, and you'll get to listen to a 4 to 5 hour audiobook. I went to sleep with my own audiobook. That's how deep it was because of the binary frequencies in the background. I loved it. And just want to remind all you great people, get my children's book on Amazon. It's called Let We Tell the Story. It's a Black History book, our history book, right now available for Black History Month. Go ahead and get it. It's on. And of course, I think all of us should go down to Stand Up New York and go hang out with Phyllis Yvonne Stickney either on February 27th or the 28th. I think I'm going to be there for both days, but I'm definitely going to be there for one day. But it's happening at 221 West 46th Street in New York, New York. She has two shows, one at 9 and one at 11, both days 9 and 11. So the funny, the fabulous New Jack City Die Hard Comedy Awards, Malcolm X movie, Women of Brewster Place. She is a funny storyteller, believe me. And her and I speak on the phone almost all the time. If you're into martial arts, bigger up to my brothers and sisters of the Deadly Arts of Survival. It's going to be on March the 8th from 1 to 8 p.m. at 551 Grand Street in Lower Manhattan. So get your information, get your tickets, be a spectator, or get on the mat and come and train with us. Have a good time. I'm going to be there also covering the event, Deadly Arts of Survival. And then in April, Got another martial arts one right there on Bedford Avenue at the Akbar Hall where I used to hold events. I had Dick Gregory there before. I had Dr. Blair at this place before, the Akbar Hall, 1174 Bedford Avenue, right there, not too far from Nicholas, actually. And my brother, one of my teachers, Hanshi Khalik Lewis, is producing this one on April the 4th. All right. And last but not least, my dear sister, Professor Zahelia, Women in the Martial Arts, producing a darn good annual Raw Life Defense Seminar. This is her first one, so I can't wait. I'm going to head on out there to Long Beach, California, June the 27th. We're going to be out there. I'm going to try to be out there for at least a week or 3 days or to a week. So I want to be out there, Expo Arts Center. I'm supporting the sisters. I love that the sisters are doing their thing. I'm loving everything that they're doing. And also, let me big up what Monique is doing also with the whole team over there at Nicholas, the second annual Purely Holistic Soul Expo. That's February 22nd. That's a triple 2 day right there, man. I'm telling you, that's Dr. J's birthday. That's gonna be crazy. I'm telling you, holistic health, sound bath, vegan food, massage therapy, movement medicine, vendors, much more. I'll be there from 12 to 6 p.m. It's gonna be at the Restoration Plaza. I know Sister Kafunya gonna be there banging them bowls and beating them people up with the bowls. You know what I'm saying? So can't wait to see that. That's going to be a fun time that day. And I got to big up my sister, Denise Renee, one of my advertisers, Denise Renee Muhammad. She helps you with your credit repair, also Vivid home security, ID theft, legal protection, all New York. She's also all throughout different states. She deal with auto, business, renters, homeowners, insurance, all of that. She's been on my show. You know, she's an aromatherapist and also an author. She's been on my show. Love what she's doing. Let's keep on supporting our sisters any way we can. And of course, last but not least, got to shout out my son, Green Studio NYC. Make sure you support him. Podcasting, recording, event production, artist development, and all that and more. And again, join my membership. Take my Udemy course on udemy.com/numerovation. Just go straight to New Motivation. And also, I got to keep on bigging up. You know, I'm always showing this flyer right here before I bring her on. Nicholas, Brooklyn, 1396 Fulton Street. Nicholas Cultural, 1978 3rd Avenue. Of course, if you want to do wholesale, contact them at 718-858-4400 or go to nicholasbrooklyn.com. So, man, woo, Lord, after I done ran all that down, I don't know, that's the whole show right there. Family, the person that I'm about to bring up here is, I would consider her a family member, extended family, put it like that. She is from a different mother and father, but I know the mom and the dad for many years, especially the dad. Dad and I have definitely been good friends since 1985. I tell people that all the time. And I say that he helped me to survive the 80s during the crack era. And I have to always commend Mr. Nicholas for doing such a thing, because there's many people that I knew succumbed through the drug era. And some of us did and some of us didn't. I became Muslim around that time. That saved my life. And in Islam during that time, when I was in the Ansarullah community, it was Imam Isa, who y'all call Dr. York today, who said, support that melanated man. He didn't even want us to support Medina, to tell you the truth, that much. He wanted us to support that melanated man. And that's what we did. We supported until Dr. York or Imam Isa got his own oils and incense, and still we was able to go and support. He never said not to support him. So this sister that I'm about to bring on is the daughter of the founder of Nicholas Novelty First, then Nicholas Brooklyn, Nicholas Cultural. I want to welcome on this stage for the first time, about damn time, my one and only sister, man. My Sagittarius sister, the one, the only, Monique Nicholas. Monique, how you doing, my sister?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
You know I got to give you a well-deserved round of applause. You know how we get down up in here. You know, we get down
I
up in here.
appreciate it. I appreciate it, my brother, my Aquarian brother from another mother.
From another mother and daddy. Yes,
right? Yeah, this is definitely long overdue. I don't even know why it hasn't happened yet. I've been out here ripping and running. No, it's not that I do like to be behind the scenes, but sometimes, I got to come to the forefront. So I'm happy to be here today.
Right.
Um,
Right.
and I thank you for everything you have done for me as well. Bringing all the great legends here to Nicholas, Brooklyn. I don't even know how many events you had at the shop. Like we used to do the survival classes on Wednesday with Aton Edwards. Um,
Yeah,
and we
man.
were doing that long before the pandemic. So I hope people was,
Right. Yes.
they were ready for all the shenanigans
I hope
because
they
we
will.
had the classes every Wednesday.
That is the truth. And we had movie nights. We did a lot over there, man. I remember speaking to Sam Greenlee to want to give a donation to him for doing his spook who sat by the door movie night over there. We did a lot. And
Wow.
you
And you
know,
see some of those things that you're saying, I can't even recollect everything
I know.
because it was like so many. Like at the downtown space, we were having event after event. And I remember there were some times where I had 6 or 7 events in a given week, for all the stuff that I was doing from the open mics too as well. I miss those days sometimes. I'm not hearing you, Simon.
No, cool. I'm cool. Cool. I'm cool. Cool. I was just
Oh,
doing
okay.
some. Yeah, from the downtown space, we did a lot, man. We did a lot over there. And thanks to your father, who had the vision, although he wasn't doing all of that back in the day on 14th Street. Uh,
No,
I,
no.
I
This
think
is this is more of my thing. He's not into the events and everything, but he
no.
was into helping people. And I think I was talking to him the other day. I didn't even know, but he said a lot of people back in the day, you know, when they came out, like they were incarcerated, they would come to him
Yep.
and he would actually give them the merchandise
Yep.
and without them paying. And I didn't realize, I know he gave credit, but
He gave
people
credit.
that he didn't even know them,
Yep.
they came to him and he fronted them the merchandise and then
Yep.
they came back and, paid them. And there are
Yes.
some people out there that probably didn't pay my dad back. He got burned a few times, but at the end of the day, God is good because, he never had to want for anything. The bills were always paid. So
No. I
what
mean,
can you do? It's not going to make you stop helping people. And I'm the same way. I love to help people. And yeah, you do get burned here and there, but you keep going.
and you know what's so funny about what you just said is because I knew one of the guys that helped introduce your father to the flags, the Caribbean
Mm.
flags, and Jalife. He didn't do the flags because he was a record producer. He produced Barrington Levy and all of them, but he was into the flag in his own record shop. And him and your father were good friends because your father used to be a vendor out in the streets too. See, a lot of people didn't know that. He understood, and then he got his storefront. So he used to come from I think it was his car or a truck, whatever he had or whatever.
Yeah, from out the back of the trunk. And then we didn't go into a store right away. We went into a flea market in Jamaica, Queens. And
Jamaica Queen.
I remember the flea market. I don't
They
even
closing
know
it.
how old
They
I
closing
was.
it down. They closing it down. That area. They closing that
Oh.
down right now. Jamaica said it's about to get closed down right around that area where the Jamaica flea market
Yeah,
was.
but we had a flea market. We were in the
Yeah,
flea market all the way in the back. I still
yeah,
remember where the booth was. There was
yeah.
arcade games in the back. I remember it. We had
Jewelry
such a
shop, the
small,
jewelry shop, the jewelry shop. All of it
we,
was there.
yeah. I
That's
don't remember what else was inside, but I just remember being inside our booth because I was very young at the
yeah,
time.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
had to be 6 or 7. I don't even know.
And around that time is when a lot of the hip hop artists used to go and film and get jewelry from that area. So they know your father from them days too, from around that flea market area. That's Jamaica Center, became Jamaica Center. They're about to close, they closed it down on January 31st. Just now, I mean, Star was just talking about it on Star Report about all this time they just closing that down, and we knew that area back in the day. And remember, Nubian Heritage had a shop up there too. They had a shop in Queens too. So when y'all took over and just amalgamated yourself into the Nubian Heritage, certain stores, we was like, okay, we see what's happening. We seen the move and all of that.
Yeah, and that's another thing. My dad invested in Nubian heritage. Like
Yes,
they would not have what they have today if it wasn't for my dad because he fronted all of the money, just
yeah,
about,
and,
you
and you know,
know.
and,
And
man,
and then it's like sometimes you don't reach back and take care of the ones who put you in positions, like it's crazy to me, you
Right, right,
know. But
right,
thank God, like I said, my dad is, you know, very savvy, and, you know, he's a good investor as well. So, you know, he'll never want for anything because, you know, he always had a pure heart. But it's just very disheartening when you help somebody become who they are, and they forget about you, like don't even check on you or nothing, you know. And that's not to badmouth them or anything like that, but it's crazy. Like I'm sure you think about how you get your start, and I know you're a type of person that always give credit. But there's
right,
a lot of people out there, you know, that don't give credit, and I'm just like, how can you live like that?
right, right, right. And you know, I remember, of course, I always quote Lloyd Strayhorn's father. He said, "Always give a man or woman their due. Always give a man or woman their due. If somebody guided you or showed you some love." And again, happy birthday to Lloyd Strayhorn. Big up to Kafunya in the
Yes,
chat and
yes.
everybody in the chat.
Happy birthday to Lloyd Strayhorn.
And
I gotta make sure I reach out to him because he don't ever forget a birthday.
no, he
That's the
don't.
man right there.
Yeah, yes, right. That's the Baba there. Please, family, I got pinned to the top of the chat. Support the legacy of Nicholas Brooklyn via GoFundMe. There's a GoFundMe going on. I want to make sure we're gonna pace ourselves. I got a lot of questions, a lot of bullet points right now. I really don't write down questions, but I have a lot of bullet points because I go back way back from 1980s in the 80s, and while the Q Club was there, the Marx Ballroom. We used to come. Some of us, almost got robbed coming from your father's shop from a crackhead, and I ate the kick. I kicked him right into those park swings back back in the day. I remember all of that. I had a bag of incense, two big bags of incense, and they tried to say that was his bag, and I just did him one of those horse kicks, pop, and took him right down. And he left me alone. I walked right in. I looked around, make sure no police was, and I kept on walking. But
And Union Square was popping in those
yep,
days, like the 80s and the 90s.
yep,
I swear, I love coming to work with my dad.
yep.
You know, I was born in Long Island. I moved, I think, in 1986 to New Jersey, but I would always try to go to my dad's store as much as possible. And, you know, I was just running around all over the place. You know, you know, I have my daughter at the store with me, and I'm like, you know, I make sure I keep a watchful eye on her. Not to say my dad didn't, but I know I was outside, I was walking down the street. You know, you just didn't worry about people like snatching your
Right.
child and stuff. So I had free reign over there. I knew not to go far. You know, I would just
Yep.
go
I
into,
used, I
you
used to see
know,
you running outside. We never. I think
yeah.
you had your hair in Drew braids or something flowing. I remember you running and just running up and playing right out there. And there was a little another. Was your father selling those little jewelry pieces also? Those little string jewelry pieces next
That
door.
was the gentleman next door. That was
Yes,
John. There was an Asian guy named John.
yes,
And even with that right there, that wasn't even safe because he had the worst of the worst people. I don't even want to call them that. But they were like, you know, he was selling the fake gold jewelry and he would stamp the jewelry, right? So, you know, people would come and say, hey, I got a gold chain for you. You know, 9 times out of 10, it wasn't real because they were buying the jewelry from him and he would stamp it. And it was obviously illegal. So
he was something else.
he had some angry people. They would come and he would be yelling and cursing at them. And I'm just standing there watching these people like
He's the
just
first
fight with him.
family. He's one of the first Jacobs.
Like he had such a small little space. And I
Yep,
just remember seeing all these men come and buying the jewelry, and
yep,
then he would be cussing them out. They would be cursing him out
yep,
too.
yep.
You know, and I was just standing there watching.
You see how I remember all that? You see how I remember him? I remember that Jew because I bought some things from him, but I never got. I knew it was kind of fake anyway. I knew I just buy it just to support him next door to y'all because we see some jewelry in there. But yeah, man, that back in the day, because
And my dad had 3 locations on that block at one time because it was also Nicholas Hosiery,
yep,
Nicholas Variety,
yep,
Nicholas Novelties.
right. That
And
was in the
then when
same
we
building
came,
though. That was the same building, right? He did it.
it was like 864 and 870. He
Right.
had those 2 buildings for the
Okay.
longest time. And he had a third store, but you know, he closed it down. I can't remember the reasoning. It was so long ago, but we were on that block for the longest time, like, I don't know, 20, 30 years. There
Yeah.
was a deli on the corner as
Yep.
well.
Yep.
And they had a little boy. We was like around the same age. So to like see that, grow up with these people, the mom and pop businesses, and then next thing you know, early 2000s, I think everything started changing.
Right. 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 And let's go back. Your dad opened the store what in 1974
Well, that's when the business
when the
started.
business started.
Probably was out of the trunk, and he
Right.
probably he was working for UPS at the time.
Hmm.
So he had his route and he saw the different businesses on his route, and he realized like, hey, maybe I could sell merchandise to these people. So when they had a strike going on, I think if it wasn't for the strike, who knows, my dad probably would have still been working for UPS. He probably would have retired after so many years. But once they had that strike, he was just like, hey, let me just take this risk and see what I could do.
And what I'm happy for is that you and one of your brothers took the helmet to want to do it. Now, growing up watching your father doing business, because you basically grew up right into watching him doing business. What was running through your mind as you were seeing your father dealing with customers and dealing with people and all of that when you were doing
I just know that sorry to cut you off, but I just know he was very well respected.
business?
He was definitely a family man. At that time, he worked Monday through Saturday. So on Sundays, we would go to the park when he was living in Long Island. He played basketball with me and my older brother, Randy.
Big up to Randy.
We played softball. We would do like all kinds of activities. So, you know, or otherwise I would go to work with him.
Hmm.
Um, but I guess I saw that it's nothing better than working for yourself.
Mm.
So by the time I got to middle school, I started selling candy. And I had one backpack with my books, and in the other backpack, I had candy.
Mm.
So, I was always coming to school with the Tommy Hilfiger on and, buying my own sneakers and stuff because not for nothing, even though my parents had money, I had no TV in my room. I had no stereo, no nothing. People used to come to my room and they would run into my room and then they were like, where's all your stuff? I'm like, I don't have anything. I just have books, So that's why I was very well read as a child. I was reading stuff like Dick Gregory. I read Richard Wright, and
Mm.
I hadn't even entered high school yet. Those are the type of books that I was reading
Mm.
at such a young age. And, like I said, I was selling my candy at school, and my dad started taking me to like different places to buy the candy behind my mom's back because she told me she didn't want me selling candy anymore. And I had to be secretive about it in school because it got so crazy. People were like passing me notes trying to buy candy during class, you
About that
know.
money.
But I had two backpacks on, like I said, one full of candy, especially by high school. Once I saw that I could work for myself and, there was no turning back, basically.
But hold on before we go, because that's a powerful statement for who you are, about making that money, because you definitely about that money. I already know, what I'm saying? And but you growing up as the only daughter, how was that happening? You growing up as the only daughter with your other brothers and all that. How was that? How did
And I
that work?
guess, I
Mold
guess
you? How
that's
that how
why I'm
did
a
that mold you?
tomboy.
How
I
did that
guess
mold?
I was a tomboy. And
Okay.
then I don't know. I always thought in my head, this is gonna sound funny, but I was always thinking like, damn, I looked at my older brother and he wasn't like my dad. I was more like my dad. And I was
Mm.
like, damn, I should have been the boy. I should have
Mm.
been the boy, because he didn't want anything to do with the business.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not every child is going to want to go into the family business or work for themselves. It's not for everybody.
Big up to my
So
boy
my
Randy. Big up to Randy. That's my boy, man.
yeah,
Me and him knew each other.
and my younger brother, he has that fire. He is next level.
Right.
So I never knew he would be so into it too, but I knew that I was just like my dad. Like, me and him, like we both are light sleepers.
Mm.
Like the slightest sound, a pin could drop, and we both are like, "What's going on?" My younger brother and my older brother, they're not like that. They're not built like that. So I'm like, I wake up just like this, and like just like my dad, we could drive 10, 12 hours straight nonstop,
Right. Right. Now, prior to you taking over the business, what were your goals? What did you want to become before
I
you took over
honestly
the
wanted to have like a supper club, like a
business?
jazz supper club.
Okay.
So that's why you saw the music that you did at the store, and I love jazz.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Yes.
I've had so many music nights at the store. I said, well, if I can't do that, then, and you see, I love food, so I always make sure we have the best of the best of vegan vendors here at the shop,
All right.
and I love art, so I've put all of that inside of Nicholas Brooklyn. I said, well, since I don't have a food place or a supper club, we're just gonna do everything right here at Nicholas Brooklyn. So that's what I've been doing.
And and people, those that are just tuning in, family, I want to remind all of you people out there, not just in the chat, but everybody that's going to be watching over and over again later on. I want you to make sure you support the GoFundMe. It's in the chat. It's pinned at the top. I will also pin it after we finish this show. The GoFundMe, support the legacy of Nicholas Brooklyn via GoFundMe. They've been doing it for 52 years, and we're going to continue this going on because you got daughters and they got children. They brothers got
Okay, well,
children.
wait, no plural, just one.
No, I know you don't. I'm talking about your brother have a child.
Okay,
Brothers
okay.
have
I was
children.
about to say, don't put that on me yet.
I'm
That's
trying to
it. The
help you
shop
out,
is
girl.
closed. The shop been closed.
Close the shop. Nah.
I'm good, Simon. I'm good. I'm just putting my all into her and
Right. Big up,
nurturing her and
big up
making
to yourself.
sure she's better than me, because I tell her that all the time. I look her right in the eyes and I say, I want you to be better than me. And I always tell her, you already are.
That's right.
You're fluent in Spanish. You've been
All
doing gymnastics for about 5 or 6 years. You play the piano. Like, I wasn't doing the same things as her. Like, she's traveled with the gymnastics and everything. So she's been doing so much at such a young age. I taught her how to swim, put her in a swimming school. I had her in coding for a while. So I'm always trying different things. And now she wants to try her hand at acting.
good. Good.
Yeah, she's into, I try to like expose her to as many things as possible. She has a wonderful group of friends, so they're
Good.
always doing so many things. I'm really proud of her.
Good. Good. And that's a good thing, especially for her, and she watching you continue the business moving forward, and walking it through the way and dealing with whatever you're dealing with. She must understand what's going on right now and how you got it, because it takes a business mindset to even make a decision to want to do a fundraiser for a business also. And your father, while watching your Mr. Nicholas do a business, what was the pivotal moment in your life that say, you know what, I'm gonna help my dad. I'm gonna help him do this and make it happen. What was that pivotal moment for you?
Okay, so I was in Atlanta, Georgia when I did get that call. It was 2003, I believe. Yeah, because um I moved down to Atlanta in 2001. So I was looking away. Somebody was trying to come into the store. As y'all can see, I'm still here at Nicholas Brooklyn.
Yes,
I
yes,
was
yes.
here packing out orders. So 2001, I moved to Georgia.
Hmm.
And in 2003, my dad called and he was like, I need your help, because he was getting a location in Harlem. So he was still
Right.
downtown Manhattan on Broadway. And then he had, I think he was partnering with Nubian Heritage at the time.
Right.
So some
Right.
space opened up and he was like, I need your help. And then I was working for MBNA America, who
Hmm.
had, it was a credit card company and they were purchased by Bank of America. So I was doing customer service, and I had moved down to Atlanta because I had gotten my Series 7 and my Series 63. I worked at online brokerage firms, so I was able to trade and sell stocks.
Hmm.
So I did that for a few years after I graduated college. And, after 9/11, like it was so hard to get a job in the financial world. It's like everything tanked, the markets tanked, and nobody was hiring. And I was
Mhm.
down in Georgia, and I'm just like, it took forever. That was like the first time I was like laid off, and I think it was like 3 or 4 months that I didn't work. Like
Right.
ever since like 16 or 17, I've always had a job.
Right.
And that's the longest in my life that I haven't worked, was those 3, 4 months, that I was in ATL. And so I got hired by MBNA America, and I was working there, and it was the corporate world, and I was doing good. I was up for a promotion and everything there, but that wasn't my passion. But I'll tell you what,
Mhm.
sometimes you end up at a job for a reason, or nothing is ever by coincidence. And that's
Right.
when I really learned about credit.
Mm.
And I'm so thankful for that job, because they had a financial advisor that came in and spoke, and I will never forget that day. And it was like how to pay down balances, how to get your free credit report and stuff, and what you should do. Like, this guy broke everything down, and from then my credit has been A1. And if it wasn't for that day, I swear, I don't know, maybe I'd be a different person. But my dad taught me as well. I just was a little hard headed. I wasn't listening all the way, but
Mhm.
I'm very thankful for that experience, because I wouldn't have what I have today, as far as my personal credit. I wouldn't,
Right.
I was able to purchase a house, and,
Mhm.
I could always go and get a car whenever I needed it. I never had any problems. So I'm just grateful. But yeah, I was there, and my dad was like, I need you back. And I didn't hesitate. Like,
Right.
how could
Right.
I say no to somebody who has always given me everything, you
Right.
know?
And I mean, he took care of all of that with his business, right? He took care of your college and all that, helped you with the college.
But he didn't really have to help me with college. I mean, I went to Rutgers University, and I had
Scholarship.
yeah, half scholarship.
Oh yeah.
So after that, it was barely anything
Yeah.
left to pay, because I was in state,
Right.
um,
You know.
and I was running track and cross country, and, I did pretty well.
Right. 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 And now dad is one thing, but mom, what was mom like while raising and contributing to that, being mother, but also contributing to the father, doing the business, and then all of y'all fostering what y'all have become, especially yourself, you have become just to keep this legacy going. What was mom all about? Because now, no family, the mother and father are still here, so big up to the mom and dad, they still here with us, so enough respect to
Well,
them all the time.
my mom and dad, they're like night and day. So like I said, I'm a daddy's girl all day, every day. And me and my mom, we bump head because she's Pisces. I don't know what it is about Pisces, but eventually me and Pisces always bumps head. I don't know what it is. I got love for y'all Piscean women out there. I just don't know. We just do not see eye to eye.
It's fire and water, girl. It's fire and water, yeah.
I don't know, because I'm like, I can't. They're too emotional for me. I can't deal with the emotional stuff.
Ooh, ooh,
Like, it's
ooh,
too much. It's too
ooh.
much.
Lot of mercy.
And they're like usually really girly girl. So my mom was a girly girl, and she loved all the pretty dresses and tried to put me in the dresses, and I'm taking the stuff off the stockings. I don't want this. I'm fighting her. I don't want this at all. Like, I don't want these stupid dresses.
Damn.
you know, Especially these cold winters up here. Imagine going to church, and I gotta force to put on a dress, and
Dress.
then I'm watching my older brother wear what he want to wear and stuff like that. I'm like, I always thought it was like an unfair situation.
He wear my darn pants with my brother. Oh no, but so mom, you and mom be buck ahead, but it did also whatever she offered did make you stronger to want
Of
to
course, of
overcome it.
course, she's very wise. She always had, she would always tell you the truth, and even my friends would always say, yeah, your mom is a real one. She always has really good advice. But you have to listen, of course, and I'm not always the best listener sometimes.
What
So,
business was she
I'm a
into?
rebel. I'm such a rebel, huh?
What business was she into? Was she
into
supporting?
shopping. She was in the shopping business.
And your father owned the shop. That's so
Yeah,
funny.
my mom was stay at home mom. So it wasn't too many of us. Like I'm gonna tell you this. We lived in Deer Park
Yes.
back in the 80s in
Mhm.
Long Island.
I know their part.
We was the only black people that had a Mercedes. Like everybody thought my dad was selling drugs or something, but we were the only people. And then he had etched my mom's name onto the door, and
Oh.
people used to just look at us. So then we moved out of Deer Park and we went to Melville. I think it
Mhm.
was on the borderline of Dix Hills. And,
Oh,
like I said, we were the only ones rolling around like that. I will never forget that gray silver Mercedes that
wow.
he got my mom. It was a diesel engine, so you could hear her coming. And it was one of those, those really sturdy cars. Like,
Yo, they the real deal,
yeah,
man.
if you have an accident in that car, you're living. You're living.
That's
That
a
was when
whole
they
tank.
used the real metal,
Yep. That's a tank.
not
Yeah.
these cheap fiberglass bodies.
Wow. Wow. But big up to your mom, man. She's always just smiling and laughing with us.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
she's very
Yeah. Very
She
generous.
always is spoiling my daughter, like, it could be shoes, it could be dresses. She even told me one day, now that's the daughter I should have had, because my mom, yeah, she's she's like that. That's why I say, and she says the darnest things. My mom has absolutely no filter.
Filter.
Like if she really talk with you well, she will find out she'll be asking you questions. Like she
Hmm.
always does that to anybody that she meets. Like, oh, why aren't you married? Or
Uh-huh.
or where's your kids at? Or
Uh-huh.
she's just like that. She's just really bold, and I'm not. I'm very careful when I'm asking people personal stuff, but not my
Yeah.
mom. If she want
Yeah.
to know something, she'll just ask it right out without any problems.
Hey, big up to your mom. If that's how she is, that's how I know. But she does. I know she's a March Pisces, right? She's a
Yeah,
March.
she's March.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So big up to mom, man. Big up to her all the time.
And all the grandkids are in March, all three of them. So my
All right.
younger brother's son is in March, my older brother's daughter is in March, and my daughter is in March, and my mom.
That's why that should have been her child. That's right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because my daughter loves the dresses. She gets so
Yeah.
excited, like when she
Wow.
puts on all that stuff. And I'm happy. I'm happy I have a girly girl.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You might have a boy soon.
Nah, that's not happening. About to be the big 5-0 this year. I ain't got time for all of that. I
Okay,
like my peace. I like my peace. I like my quietness. I'm good,
she
you know?
mentioned it. Now you're talking to some now family. Look here, I remember I was known her father when I was a teenager, and she was just a little girl. So I already know this is a whole legacy here, man. There's a legacy going on here. This is family and family. Please remind you. Also, you can go to nicholasbrooklyn.com. You could also email nicholasbrooklyn@gmail, or you can call the shop if you want to do an event. If you want to just find out about the wholesale, retail, you want to produce an event. Hey, look, they've had baby showers there to every little thing, lectures, all of that. 718-858-4400. That's 718-858-4400. I want to show y'all something before. Yeah, now I want you to talk about what's happening on the 22nd real quick before I get back into what we want to talk about. So tell people what's happening on the 22nd. This is the second annual
Yes, the
purely
second
holistic.
annual Purely Holistic Soul
Oh,
Expo. I'm
please.
teaming up with Sister Kafunya Star Rebel and
Yeah.
also Brown Girl Empowerment. Oh my
Mm,
God,
mm.
why is she coming over? Who told me to say her name? Hello,
Um,
it's not your turn today. Ain't nobody, and they can't see you. Back up, back up.
like I'm gonna have to put the link in there so people can come on and talk to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
What Kofunya want to say? What you want to say, Kofunya?
Nah, it's not her turn. You bring her on another day. That's it.
Damn.
Keep her in the corner over there.
Don't worry. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and wherever you at, you can come on and say hi. What's up? She's up there.
But yes, we're teaming up with Sister Kafunya and Bridget Turner, Brown Girl Empowerment.
That's right.
And we are having a health and wellness expo where we will be featuring over 30 different health practitioners and vendors. A little bit of everything is going to be there. Last year we had the ice plunge with Omzil
Hmm.
healing.
Yeah.
This year we're going to have the pull-up bar down there. So
Mm.
hopefully there'll be some surprise guests there, and we're going to get it in. There's going to be fitness classes throughout the day, like yoga, sound healing. So people need to come dressed comfortably, especially if they want to participate in the movement.
Right.
And they could also bring like a yoga mat with them,
Right.
and an empty stomach, because we're gonna have some great juice vendors and some vegan food vendors that's to die for. I'm a
Right.
foodie, so I ask the best of the best to come.
Right. I might even do something on that stage, a little movement to help people out with
Oh
certain
my
why I
God, I
stay
cannot.
why I stay young at 59, going about 60. So like, hey, you got to know the I'll show people how to do a rollout if they have to. So that's how deep
And
it.
then also DJ Hassan will be there.
Yes,
Hassan
yes, yes.
Shabazz providing sound for the day.
Yep.
And it's a free event, and we welcome children. We are going to be giving out free children's books there at the
Mm,
event. Not no
wow.
old books, brand new books. Because I love giving stuff away. And I know people are probably like, how you got a GoFundMe and you still giving away stuff? That's because that's just how I am. So the first 100 people that coming in, they're getting free gift bags. And what do we normally put in the gift bags? We put shea butter, we put lip
Yes.
balms, we put
Yes.
we put fragrance body oils, and
Yes.
and other things. You just have to see. So I ain't
Well,
gonna tell you everything that goes into the gift bags.
well, one of your partners just came up on the live. Let's make
Oh
sure
my
she's there. There
God.
she goes. Okay. What's up,
She
Kafunya?
got she got 1 minute.
1 minute. 1 minute, Dougie Fresh, y'all.
I'll give you 1 minute. I'll give you less than that. I just want to say that I love Monique and
Yes.
her family, and I'm just so proud to be a part of the Nicholas clan.
Right. Right.
You know,
Exactly.
and the information that she is giving is so vital in this time, and how she she's a breath of fresh air, I tell you, in
Right.
these times. And, being a part of the Holistic Soul Expo is an amazing,
Whoa.
amazing event. I don't know if Monique touched on what happened last year when
Right.
we did it during the Super Bowl, and we
Yeah.
didn't know it. And it was snowing and carrying on.
Right.
And we had over 200 people
People still
come
came through. That's right.
came through, and I just look forward to it. And we have a third person. She mentioned Bridget
Bridget, yes.
also. So I just love Monique. She says I'm spicy. I get on her nerve. I'm a Leo.
Yes, sir.
I'm just
You know who you are.
Kafanya, you got me on speed dial today. So I just really give thanks for you, King Simon, for doing what you're doing,
Oh, yes. I'm back to
within the
that.
community. And that's I think that was more than 1 minute,
Yes, time
but
done.
It's all right. It's all right. Hey. Look who's in the chat. Fabian Burrell is in the chat. Fabian, what's
oh
up, girl?
man, let me
Oh,
tell
what a
you.
publicist extraordinaire, old friend of mine, man. Big up to Fabian. How you doing, beautiful? Hope everything. She born the same day as my sister, so I know who it is. What's up, Fabian? Yo,
But
Kafunya, thank you,
California
sir.
got to come back on, and y'all can do all y'all SOB stories and before that, because I don't think y'all done that yet. Because I know
And
there have to
Irving
be some.
Plaza,
I think there
yeah.
has to be some funny stories that need to be told.
There's a
Oh,
lot of
I'll
funny
tell
stuff.
you. Okay, so
All right,
thank you so much.
all right,
Mwah,
Kafunya,
mwah,
later.
mwah.
Smooches. That's
All
right.
right.
We got to smooch our out. We got to smooch our out. Yes. Uh, let me go back to my questions because I ain't playing with none of y'all. What from over the years. So, how many years have you taken over the business? You personally, how many
Was
years
it 2000? Well, I came back in 2003,
Uh-huh.
and then I came to Brooklyn in 2006. So really, since 2006, this is 20 years in
Okay,
Brooklyn
20
this
years.
year. And I
Wow.
love BK. I swear, this has got to be the greatest place on earth,
BK is a
and
vibe.
and 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 the worst place at the same time.
BK is a vibe. You gotta admit
I
that's a
don't
vibe.
care where you go. this energy cannot be duplicated. I've been to a lot of places in my lifetime. And it's just something about Brooklyn. I don't know what it is because I was in Harlem for 3 years. I was in Harlem from 203 to 206. I lived at 125th and St. Nicholas, right by that A train. I would just go down in the stairs and I would be on 59th Street. I wasn't even really hanging around Harlem like that. Harlem, just no disrespect to y'all Harlem Nights, but it just never, I don't know, it just never took to me. I don't know. I felt like it was like I don't know, the kind of vibe. It like Brooklyn was like this young hip vibe, and it was like an older vibe in Harlem, if that makes any sense. I don't know. It just never like,
because Harlem have so much history, a rich history, that a lot of the older people do gravitate. But there is certain pockets where the younger people, because we was there from Harlem World and all that type of stuff. So I understand. I've lived in most of the boroughs except Staten Island.
yeah. So when I lived there, I was a city girl. I was just always heading down to Manhattan to hang out and whatnot. And then when I got to Brooklyn, I was just like, wow, this is a whole different energy right here. And I just felt like I was home.
Big up to Force of Mike in the building. Big up to Paris Blair TV. We need to get her in. She's a very good tantric sexual healer. We need to get her into Nicholas, man, one day. She's out in Texas, so big up to her. Need to bring her. So, Monique, there's, family that's just tuning in. I got to keep on saying what I'm saying here, because there is a GoFundMe pinned to the top of the chat. You can right there kick the link and it'll take you right there. She got a certain goal that she want to reach to keep things steady moving for another 50 years.
And I know people are like, they're sending me messages like, oh, you're almost at the goal. And I'm like, nah, no, I'm not. But thank you. Like, people have been so encouraging and supportive. Like, so I'll just start by saying this with that GoFundMe. I literally looked at the screen for like 20 minutes before I clicked the button, because I'm like, man, this ain't even me. Right. I never asked somebody for money. Right. Like, I don't care who sees this chat. There ain't nobody that can see the stream, I should say. No one can say like, yeah, Monique asked me for $500 or Monique asked me for $1,000. Like, nah, it was other way around. People always ask me for money. So this is like the first time I'm ever in this position. It just is like, it's like a whole new territory for me, because we've never been laid on any rent or anything like that. Never, ever in the history of Nicholas. So, I'm just thankful. Cool. I'm thankful for all the support. And like I said, I was staring at that screen on the GoFundMe screen after I entered all my information. And then I clicked the button and I was like, I'm like, oh man, what's about to happen now? Because this is like, I've never been in this position, And sometimes you feel vulnerable, I guess. Like it's just a weird thing, because everybody always looks to me for the solutions. And I always have a solution for everything. Like that's how I've always been. This is the first time when I'm like, my back is against the wall. Right. And I'm like, I'm the one that's always helped people, and I'm still helping people even while I'm down.
And that sometimes that's the negative ego that suppresses you wanting to do that, when sometimes you got to step past that ego and just go ahead and do it. Sometimes when you need it, you need it. We all go through that. We go through
and somebody said, imagine you close and you didn't say anything. And she said, you know how many people would have been mad at you? And I said, you know what? You're right. Yeah. But I just felt funny doing it. And I'm like, people are going to be like, this Nicholas Brooklyn, they don't need no money. But,
it's because you've seen your father handle it. You've seen your pop handle it. You've seen him handle it. And that's what he was supposed to do. And we're in a different time right now.
Yes, we are.
Back in the day, it wasn't even that much for the certain things that we was buying from your father's place. That's why a lot of us was able to do it. And he was able to give and put people on credit many times, and we'll come and pay him back off. And I never asked him for credit. I always bought my incense off straight up from him.
A lot of people did ask for a credit.
They do their credit. I understand. I understand that, because people do that sometimes. But enough respect to Nicholas Brooklyn family. Make sure y'all go and support the store. They got a 10% off all retail purchases over there at 1396 Fulton Street in Brooklyn, New York. And of course, check out the Nicholas Culture with her brother at 1978. Much smaller, Third Avenue. Can't do not doing any events over there, but you can go over there and get what you need over there. And if you don't have it, come on over to Brooklyn. And the number, of course, I have it scrolling, but hold on, let me take this off. Scroll. The number is 718-858-4400. That's 718-858-4400. Even my mother used to come to Nicholas downtown Brooklyn. My
Oh
mother
wow.
loved Nicholas. Remember, she used to come and buy incense from over there. She used to come by and bring it and bring it
Yeah, I
back
haven't
home.
seen her in a long time.
Yeah,
So
because she's
yeah.
gotten older now and she don't walk that well like she used to. So she don't come downtown like my sister and I are the ones that's doing shopping for her if we do go anything. So if you see me pick up incense and everything, more like it's for her. My sister already came through. You probably won't even know my sister if she walk in your store. She in and out. That's how she is. And she used to be on that Kiss FM. As a gospel radio host. My sister.
Oh
So
wow.
she was big in her own day, and she's doing her Christian station right now. Big up to MCA Christian radio station, and you know, for what's going to happen over there with everything that's going to be happening from 12 to 6 p.m. The Purely Holistic Soul Expo. Make sure you support. It's free by registering. You got to register. You can go to the website and register through the website.
And then when they come there, they can just register while they're on site. But we're asking people to definitely register before they come in and to like not hold up the line. Like all they got to do is go to Eventbrite, click free ticket. There's also a donation link there too as well if they want to spread a little cheer.
And
You
vendors,
know,
you still have vendor space or no? No more vendors?
I think we got like 1 or 2 spots left. We're looking for like some healing practitioners, any like mental health therapists. Like we're looking for that,
Right.
because everybody, especially some of the vendors from last year, they already bought their ticket early because they already know how it's gonna go.
Whatever I'm doing with numerovation is definitely going to be with mental health. So anybody that come and see me, we can go down that road. Also, I'm gonna see if I can invite Natasha, because she's a mental health person.
Yeah, and it's like that needs to be emphasized in our community. There's too many people walking around here that's my age and older,
Yeah.
and
Younger.
still see the trauma. Like
Yeah.
they're operating from trauma, like, and people, I don't know what it is about people getting therapy. Like,
I mean, older
there's a
people was a
stigma.
stigma. It was a stigma.
Yeah, it was a big stigma. Like I guess it makes you look weak or whatnot.
Right.
But
And
even if you're in a healthy relationship, you can still do couples therapy together. Like,
that's
why
right.
not be stronger? Like, why don't you want to be a stronger person, more focused? And a lot of us have a lot of childhood trauma. Like,
Of course.
a lot of us are sharing the same type of stories, if not worse.
That's right. That's right.
I'm from the suburbs, so you know I had a very sheltered life, but there's still, other things that we hold on personally,
Of course. And let's not talk
um,
about relationship, because you were married one time, and
yeah, and
we went through that.
I'm still healing from that. I
Right.
never knew what it was to be with a narcissist. Not to like throw
Right.
anything out there, but
Right.
it's different. And now because of that, I'm able to navigate with other narcs out there, like that. I don't go down that same road because I've never dealt with gaslighting before and all of this, and blaming you for things that you didn't do, and it was just,
Okay. Stop.
let's keep it moving. Let's
Let's go
keep it
down that
moving. I'm
road.
sorry,
No,
but yes,
you
but
know
I'm
what,
still, let me,
Emma, you know why I'm doing that? Because I introduced them, so I know.
and it's not your fault. Like, hey, I wouldn't have the most beautiful daughter in the world if it wasn't
Yes,
for
you are.
that. So hey, that's why, and I'm at such a good place in my life. Like, it takes two to tango. I wouldn't have my daughter if it wasn't for that relationship. Like,
Right.
I've learned to, like, you know, you know, you try to no, it's like, the word forgive.
Yeah.
Sometimes, people struggle with that.
Yeah, that's true.
But if you don't forgive, you can't move past that. Once you realize that that person may not necessarily um handle their childhood trauma, or sometimes too, if people don't work on themselves, like, how could you have a successful relationship? Like, working on yourself is so important. Like, I always tell my daughter, like I said, I want her to be better than me. So I'll always make sure too that, her mental health is in check too. I'm always very conscious of that because I don't want her to have any childhood trauma or whatnot, from separation,
Hmm.
the separation that we had. I want to make sure that she's good and can navigate out there.
Right.
But I've done a lot of work on myself and I'm still doing it. I had therapy, right after my separation.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
and I've just recently, been doing therapy for the last 2 years. And it's helped keep me grounded. Like it's making me a better person. And, it's helped me to not react in certain situations when you realize that, you know, somebody hasn't healed. So you can't expect them to move in a certain way if they haven't taken the time to heal. So I have a lot of understanding, like how different people were brought up in a different manner, you
Hmm.
know?
Hmm. Hmm.
So, yeah, I don't want to
No, no,
go
no,
too
no,
much
no.
into that because it's like,
Hey, look,
it's
I did ask the question, so it is what it is.
yeah, it's still a lot,
Big up to Force Mike. He donated a super chat. Thank you very much, Nietzsche. They said Monique needs to write a book. I've been told her that. She ain't listening. Uh, she ain't told her that story yet. But yeah, you're right. Not yeah. Somebody just said big up to Paris. She said narcissists are powerful love teachers. Wow, that now she's good. I watch her show a lot, so we need to bring you on. Fabian said, "I love this show, Simon. You are a winner. We are all winners, Fabian. You know us." We went through a lot. You know us already. We go through a lot, man. We go through a lot of family traumas and abandonment and all that. We've been there,
yeah.
done that, especially myself and my family. We've been through all that kind of stuff, still healing. I did hypnotherapy. I have no problem going to hypnotherapy. Or first time I really talked to a therapist, just the other day, just to settle what I'm going through here. But places like Nicholas will keep me balanced because you go there, you get a whole vibe with the energy there and all that kind of stuff, especially when you produce an event and the people that came out for my birthday get together. It was a get together. It wasn't really a party, but it was a get together, and we had a good time anyway with all those. So thanks to Nicholas. And Nicholas, I want Monique, I want to ask, of course, I know there've been various challenges, and this is probably the major one that you're going through. But what about meeting interesting people, celebrities, regular peeps that just sparked you to move and do certain things? What were some of the interesting celebrities that you met throughout Nicholas, downtown, uptown? I remember Spike Lee was there, and he set the security. I was there. He set the security in.
You
What was
want to
some?
know the celebrities to me? Dr. Africa,
Oh man,
Dr. Blair,
yes, yes,
like
yes.
those type of people, those are as you get older in life,
Wow.
because I'm so detached from these celebrities that are walking around. Like, I once you realize what's going on, especially in Hollywood, like these people are like not helping, our communities. They're really not. Yeah, monetarily, but sometimes the lyrics in the song is not helping. Like,
Mm,
I mean, especially the way like hip hop is now, like, I don't know. I'm just not a celebrity person. So
right.
the one person I looked up to was Michael Jackson. That
Yeah.
was like, not that he came to my store, but the only person
No, he
in life
didn't.
that I ever really, because I knew he had a pure heart.
Right.
Like, you could not say nothing bad to me about Michael Jackson. You could not. And now all of a sudden now, and the reason I'm bringing him up is now all these people are saying, oh, he was keeping kids off the island. I was like, what the hell did you think he was doing
That's
back in the
right.
day?
That's
He
right.
wasn't touching those children.
That's right. I
You
shared a
know,
clip with
you,
that. I shared a clip on it.
and I'm
Yep.
just so upset about people. Like, now they want to get on the bad bandwagon. Like, oh man, I didn't know he was doing all this. He told you what he was doing. He was helping children like this whole time. Like, y'all took out the one person that was really making a huge difference and protecting children at that. Like, this world is a crazy place right now.
I mean,
And then you finding out about all of these different celebrities and the nastiness that they're doing behind closed doors. Like,
I mean, look at some of the stuff we did at Nicholas back in the day, family. Look at this stuff. I can run through some stuff, yo. I can run through some flyers. If I had to run through flyers, Walter Williams was there, the late great
These
Walter
are the
Williams.
true celebrities. These are
Yo,
the true celebrities.
we had Professor Griff there. We had a whole bunch of people here, man. And then I was between there and National Black Theater. We had Jerry Miller. We had Coach. She got married. Luana Radcliffe got married also, and gone her way and lives in Las Vegas with her husband right now. Of course, we had some great events, man, coming through Nicholas, and Sasha Peters, who just passed on, was at Nicholas Coco. Look at these flyers. See, people
Yeah.
and this is in 2014. I had her do a lecture there downtown Brooklyn, 57. When your place was 570, and then you moved to 560. I mean, you changed it to 560. I mean,
I know I changed the whole building number. People didn't even peep that, but yeah, I changed the whole number.
the whole vibration. You changed it.
We was in the same spot. Yeah, I just changed the number.
And I remember what's so funny. Remember when you changed the number? Let me say something, family. She changed the number. It was 570. I mean, it was 570 or 560 first. It's 560 first, right?
Yeah, 560.
It was 560. She had 560 adds up to 11, which is a 2, and she had water damage first. And when she changed it to 570, the fire department, something happened to the window, and the plane went up to fire, and that's a fire number.
And you know what's so crazy? And a lot of people don't know this, but I'll share this.
Yes.
I stayed at the old store. There was an office in the back. I converted it into a room. So if I was not there, who knows what damage the fire department would have done, or the fire itself. So I woke up, I heard them. Again, I'm a light sleeper. I heard them trying to break the window, and I ran down the stairs like, no, I'm here. I opened it up, and then they put out the little fire. I don't know how it started. I think from somebody's cigarette.
Yep.
So luckily I was there. Everything happens for a reason. Another time the toilet started overflowing or whatever. The toilet started gurgling. And then I called my dad. Where was he at the time? Yeah, he was still in New Jersey. My parents were still living in New Jersey. And I said, Dad, the toilet is gurgling. What's going on? He's like, yeah, it might be something with a pipe. So sure enough, I went down in the basement, and the pipe had broken, and the water was just gushing everywhere.
I'm telling you, that's doing the 560 era. I'm telling you.
And then I didn't. The fire department came. They was just standing there looking at the water, just looking at me like, hey, ain't nothing we could do. So they just left me, and I'm like, damn, y'all gonna leave me? So then my dad came with a sump pump, and we were just pumping out the water. I didn't even sleep that night. We was taking turns. We had a hose. He bought a hose, and we had the water just going out into the street, trying to make sure the merchandise didn't get damaged. So, again, luckily I was there, because it would have been way worse if I wasn't there.
I mean, family, this sister had, she's hired certain people, helped certain people. Two of my sons have worked there. Of course, people that have gone and stressed off and formed their own little book club and booked this and
some give me credit, some don't. We don't gotta name them.
No, I ain't say, you notice I ain't saying a name yet. I ain't say, even when I mentioned my two sons, I ain't saying a name. I got 9 children. So I'm just saying that, and again, she had Chris Rock pass through there, Michelle Cressette, I think one of them passed through. A lot of people.
A lot of people
that mean a lot.
I served Jada Kiss. Maxwell used to come in our old store down in Union Square. Tay Diggs used to come and buy our oils too.
Yeah. You got.
I'm trying to see who else I might have met.
Big up to Katrina. Katrina's in the building. Big up to Katrina. Oh, there's Katrina. On the same
and her wonderful son, Danny.
His birthday was yesterday. Danny,
and he worked at the store too. He was an amazing young man. He was here with me. We used to have some fun times. I had a really solid staff, over the years. I appreciate every single one, even if I don't speak to them anymore, because, people are in your life for a season, and you can't get mad at that, or you let bygones be bygones. It is what it is. You grow, you don't hold grudges, you just keep it moving. I've helped a lot of people, and a lot of them have opened up their own businesses. I guess they saw me doing it, and they said, hey, I can do it too. And I'm grateful for that. Like I don't want people to go work for somebody else. I want people to open up their own business, work for themselves, because that's the way. That's the
Katrina
key.
said, Katrina said, yeah, he loves you too. Yesterday was his birthday. Danny's birthday was
Oh,
yesterday.
happy birthday to him.
The twin,
He's
yeah.
always such a sharp dresser. He
He is
loved
sharp,
he loved going out and stuff. We used to hit the Brooklyn Museum for the first Saturdays. We used to
yeah.
have so much fun. We would all go to Bembe and all of that.
Both
You
of them,
know.
look, him and his twin brother who passed on, they are something else, man. Two energies, man. Josh was the party energy, man, heavy partier. So big up the splurge. Big up the late great splurge. His birthday was alongside Danny, the twin. So man, I mean, my sister, we could be up here forever. We can be up here forever and keep on going. But last thing I would like to ask before we close this down, it's 10 o'clock already, and I don't want to keep you. I know you got a daughter, you got to get back home, all
She
that.
all right. She up there just on the phone. She'll be all right. No, I'm kidding.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that to you. Last but not least, in this next journey, 52 years is not easy. I mean, you're old, your business is older than some of the people that come in there, and most of
Yeah.
the people that works there. You're 52 years. What does Monique, and in conversation with your father and others that are still a part of the business, what is it that you want to see for Nicholas Brooklyn, Nicholas Cultural, the whole legacy? What do you want to see? I'm gonna put you up in front. Go ahead, talk to us.
Well, eventually I will need a break at some point. Honestly, I haven't even had a real vacation in so long because I'm a single mother. Like I haven't even, I used to travel the world. That was like my favorite thing to do.
Right,
So I really need to like sit back and really think about what my next moves are. Of course, I'm trying to save here. I'm fighting hard to stay here. Like y'all have no idea. Like I wasn't going home until I finished a majority of these orders because I'm passionate about what
right.
I do here. I want to make sure everybody gets their stuff in a timely fashion. Like I don't play. I'm not perfect, but
That's right.
I
I
don't
was
play
about
when
to
it
say
comes
that
to the
too.
orders.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's perfect. Like, yeah, I make mistakes. I probably handled some business transactions the wrong way, or, maybe I was having a bad day. Listen, I'm real at the end of the day. I ain't always gonna be 100 every single day. Like it's just I'm doing a lot.
Right.
I wear many hats. I know y'all see me out there creating content all the time, and the new content I have with Mashari of Uniquely Wired, she's been helping me a lot lately.
Bring up to my show.
Like
That's crazy.
she's so cool. I swear, like we have so much fun together.
Oh my
And
God.
like you would think when you watch those videos that we sat there all day. It was like most of those videos are one take, two takes at most, and it's nothing rehearsed. Like we just, it's improv. So
Right.
I show her a video. I say I want to do this, and she makes it happen.
Right.
So we work very well together, and she's had so many shopping parties here. We're probably going to have another one in April. She's
Right.
also a big part of the expo. She's been helping out as well. Um, but she's an amazing creative jeweler. Like she is an artist. There's nothing that she can't do. Even now, she's helping me with my daughter's hair whenever I don't have time. She's braiding her hair up for me. Like Mashari is super duper talented. She is the jack of all trades, and she is the truth. A true supporter, a real one that's always there. So big shout out to her, and big shout out to Kafunya, the Leo woman. Yeah, we be bumping heads sometimes, but Kafunia's my girl. It's been, I don't know, I don't even know how many years. I still remember the first time she came into Nicholas in Harlem, representing the band Midnight. So that's when I first learned about her, but I'm sure I've seen her before then, down at the store in Manhattan.
Right.
Um,
Because we were doing events in National Black Theater and all kinds of stuff, and she was over at East West. She was doing her thing. Cafunia,
yeah, and it's amazing that she transferred from the crystal, the music industry to the crystals. Like I've seen that transformation. I remember it. I was there,
right,
and I was just like, wow, it's like the crystals I know saved her life,
yeah,
in a sense. Like
That's right.
So I'm happy that and I can say the same about Nicholas Brooklyn. Nicholas Brooklyn changed my life. I
Changed
didn't
many
know
lives.
about all this stuff. I just came into the store. It was like I was kind of thrown in here. I mean, I watched my dad all these years, but then I had to like use my customer service skills and just get right to work. And, you know, this place has changed me tremendously. Like, and so many people
Yeah.
like have been sending me messages lately. Like they're telling me I have been there for them. And it's like making me feel so good because I just help people and I don't sit there and write it down that I helped you. I almost forget that I help certain people,
Right.
you know,
Look at the
or it could
flags.
be or it could be little gestures that I've done, but it meant so much to so many people.
Of course.
Um,
Of course.
so anytime, especially during COVID, I was out there. A lot of people don't remember, but I was out there making the deliveries to myself. I was going all over Brooklyn and
Yes.
Manhattan and all over New Jersey, delivering products my own self,
That's right.
like the same day deliveries. And I still do it now to this day. There's people that have my personal phone number. A lot of customers can say they have my phone number,
That's right.
and I don't know, you know, of course, if I'm busy, then, I'm busy, but I will always make sure I get back to you.
That's
Now,
right.
sometimes I might miss a few emails here and there, and it's not intentional. And
Right.
I answer all the emails, I answer all the different social media
Yeah.
um, messages and stuff. So I don't see everything. I say I get to about 90%. So if I didn't get back to you, I'm sorry. It's not intentional. You just have to keep calling or
Yep.
whatever sometimes. Because just remember, I'm only one person, you
Yeah, man.
know.
I mean, look
And
how
a
many
lot of
people.
people, I've been playing Superwoman for so long, especially after my divorce. I had to really show up for my daughter and be there for her, when the two-person household goes down to one, and all the responsibilities fall on me. Plus, I'm running the store. People can only imagine what my life is like.
Mm, mm,
And it's a
man.
lot coming from New Jersey every day to Brooklyn, but I do it. And when I'm here, I swear, I love being here inside the store. I love seeing people. People come in and showing support, especially as of lately. Since I put the GoFundMe up, people have been calling, texting, emailing, and sending
Yeah.
me messages, making sure I'm okay. And they're like, "What do you need?" And this and that. And I'm so like grateful for all this. Yeah, Dr. Reese Latham. Like
You've been there.
who didn't we have here? You
We had we
know,
had we had meditation circles with Dr. Blair. Come on
I
now.
don't even know who else. I'm like,
I got
who
so
else?
many
The only
people.
people that haven't been here yet is Yaki,
Yeah.
B
Yeah.
Dell.
Exactly.
Um, who
Yeah.
else? Who else? Who
But
else?
who else? Whoever's supposed to matter matters. When they come,
Yeah.
it's gonna be time for them. We
Even
had.
we had that brother there,
Yeah, we had now. Yeah, we had
You
Nick
can't
Yama there.
deny it. We had him here, but
Right,
after I found out what he was about,
right.
and
Mr.
then I
Right.
saw I just separated myself.
Yeah, we had a
Mad
lot.
love to his wife, Aminette. Like I
Yeah,
really, really,
yeah. Queen of
I
Four.
really, really liked her. Like I haven't spoken to her since. So if she does
Right.
see this, big up to her. Hope she's doing
This, this,
okay.
this was the first time we had Professor Smalls in the building. This was the first
Wow.
time we had brought. Remember, it was just part of Hidden Colors, and Joshua. That was the first time Joshua opened up for him.
And big up to Joshua. He's
Yeah,
still
yeah,
instrumental in my life now. He
yeah,
tutors my daughter, and he's an amazing poet, math
right.
teacher.
Yes,
He's a jack of all trades, massage therapist. Like he's amazing. Like, and he's a brother that I could always shoot stuff off of him. Like, what do you think about this? And even Hassan Shabazz, like,
yeah.
these are like my brothers, like for real, for real. I could like
Big up,
talk with them about anything. So
big up to Rob from Brick. You remember Rob from Brick? Right, that
yes,
was Brick. Yeah,
yes.
he's in the chat now. And big up to Coconut Rob too, because he's also a part of that legacy over there. He's been over there. Big up to him. Yeah, hey, big up to him. He's
Let's
there.
keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
Keep
Yes,
it
of course, of course. Simon, you was a funny one.
Again, family, support the legacy of Nicholas Brooklyn via
Yeah.
GoFundMe. It's in the chat. Go and donate. Whatever, every little bit counts. Look at all these flyers I've been showing y'all, man. This is what we've been doing for a long time. We've had some people, man. We've had some people. Look at this. Oh man, sexual relationship with Roz Mariah Bay and brother Azazel before he passed on, and my Jade. Oh my.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to tell y'all, family, we just kept on. Lloyd, of course. Lloyd, happy birthday to him today. We definitely had Lloyd in there. Man, I can keep on running flyers down for the whole show if I wanted to, because I have a whole, especially in my Facebook photo
And
section.
and we gotta say big up to Hank Rising's son.
Yeah,
He's part of the crew. Lloyd
yeah.
Strayhorn, Hank Rising's son, Sister Cafunia.
Yes,
You know,
he texted me. Yeah, he big up to him. Yeah, he's watching. I got us. And Mo, thank you so much for being who you are. I remember I met her. We met her downstairs, and she had a little short haircut downtown. At that time, she had a little short, little cute haircut. And I said, I know your father. Move back. And then from there was history. I forgot what year that time when I met you.
I don't
Finally,
even know what year, but you could just go and look at the flyers
I know.
because we started having events at Nicholas, but I came to an event that you did at CPAC, I believe, and I was just like, wow,
Right. No,
and
that was wasn't it Marcus Garvey Center you came to?
I don't know, is that one that's so far, like Farragut
Oh
Road or
no, yeah,
whatever?
yeah, CPAC.
Yeah, that was one of the earlier ones that I remember
Right,
going to.
right.
And
It's
I met Brother Layer there, Layer
yeah,
the
yeah,
lyricist.
yeah,
So
yeah,
shout out to him as well.
yeah, man.
Him and his wife have been big supporters. I
Yeah,
really appreciate them.
yeah,
Like all the support over the years. Like that's a good brother right there. Like I met him at the lecture because I
yeah,
didn't know anybody. You had invited me and I came by myself
yeah,
and I
yeah,
didn't feel like I was alone. Like he made me feel welcome and I was just appreciative. I was like, I finally found like my tribe. Like, and then that's when we started doing all the different events and everything.
yeah. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it.
And
We
I
did it.
always tell people if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing the events. Like, especially like when you left, it took you leaving Atlanta for me to do it, I guess. I was like, wait a minute. Are we just not gonna have events anymore? And I
Not
was
yet.
like, nah, we about to have some events. And I think I
Yeah,
probably that's when I think I teamed up with Sister Cafunia. I was like,
yeah,
okay, let's do some events. Let's bring some of the people in together.
yeah.
And then that's how we started doing the spiritual legacy series. So we got to bring that back because we had
Yeah.
some
Awesome.
amazing times. Like those events were really good.
One thing about me, I'm never afraid to share names and numbers and all that. Where some people like to not share, I
No,
like
you helped me. You helped me. So I will
to.
always give you the credit.
You have to share people. That's because I always learned that you have to make sure people is good. If you want to do your own business, I don't want nothing from you. Do what you do, unless I'm coming to do an event with you.
Yeah.
That's
If
how you.
my dad gatekeep, then hundreds of people would not have opened their own business. When I
Exactly.
say hundreds,
Yeah.
hundreds of people. I just spoke to somebody the other day that said that he did business with us 25 years ago and he did a lot of business. And because of him, his products reached the Caribbean because of my dad, you
Wow.
know. And a lot of people made big time money, like the people who did the needles hats, those
Yep.
Rasta
Yep.
hats, like
Yep. Yep.
they made lots of money working with my dad. And then, people selling jewelry. I think the brother, what's his name, Raheem,
Right.
him
Right.
and my
Yeah.
dad, him and my dad did lots of business. And my dad really looked out for people. We used to go on vacations, like it could be anywhere.
Yeah.
And people would run up to him, Nicholas, we'd be on the beach somewhere. I'm like, damn,
That's right.
anywhere we went, there's somebody there recognize my dad and whatnot. So, like he's my celebrity at the end of the day. He's my biggest hero. I had my
Oh,
own my
Layers in the
own
chat, man.
superhero. His
Layers in
Leah's
the
in the
chat.
chat. Big up
Layers.
to you, Leah. He must have heard me talking about
Yeah,
him.
we just talked about. So you must
Nah,
have
because
heard.
I don't forget people. He was like one of the first people in the community that I met when I
Right.
started coming to your events. And like
Yeah.
I said, and him and the brothers that he was with, real positive brothers. And it is great to be around that energy. So I appreciate him and his family and for
Yeah.
supporting Nicholas over the years, and so
Yeah.
many other different families that come and check in on me and stuff. And, and I just want to say thank you again to everybody who's been sharing out the GoFundMe.
Right.
And again, it wasn't easy for me to ask people to help. It's just,
Right.
like I said, I've never been like on the receiving end. I've always been on the giving end.
Right. 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 So,
And
Monique. Well, thank you. We all love you. You've been a sister for a long time. And big up to your pops. He's always been a good ear for me to move on and do what I had to do. And he's been there through my Islamic years and all of that. So, back in them days. So big up to your father. That Nicholas has been a part of my life since I joined that community in '85. So enough respect to you, and hopefully, and not hopefully, you will keep the legacy going. And even if it's a mobile legacy, it's always good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, whatever is it? Whatever, you might have to get your own building done. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
we
Get
should have
your own
did that back in the day when
building.
everything was reasonable. All we got to do is come together. It's so
Yeah,
hard for people to come together. So on this note, I'll tell people, stop competing with one another. Stop
yeah,
being envious of other people,
right,
because that's not going to get us anywhere. It's just we the crabs in the barrel. We got to stop all of that. Like, it's okay to like somebody's stuff. It's okay to share it. Now y'all sitting here like, all right, hitting the like button. Yo, it's free. You ain't even got to spend no money.
that's
Like,
right.
even the people on this stream, like, hit the like button,
And
share it out.
there it
It's
is.
free. It don't cost you anything to
No,
share stuff. Like, it's free. And like, why do people hesitate? And you got to ask yourself, why is there hesitation? When I'm on there and I see stuff, I don't even finish watching it. I'm already hitting the like button.
I
Like, as
like
soon as somebody's things pops up, I'm hitting the like button.
it doesn't cost a share.
Yeah, like, stop. People gotta stop doing that and stop being like that. It's too ego driven out here. Some of the social media content people, like, it ain't that serious. You
Yeah,
know, and
definitely.
they got zero people that they're following. I get it. Whatever. You keeping up this image, and I'm just not like that. I don't care. I done ran out of people that I could follow, and I have to like go in there and delete because they cap the people that you follow, the amount of people.
Yes, 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 yes. Monique, well, thank you very much for coming on again, and want to
And
give you a
thank you for
well.
having me. I know this was long overdue. It's your fault.
No, no, really, that was my fault. Huh? Okay, give her a round of applause, man. She's a comedian. Don't let. We just gonna have to put her on stage one day. What? She just went black. She all right? Somebody must be trying to call her. She went gone. What happened, girl? Where you at? Where you at, Monique? Monique just disappeared on us. I don't know what happened to Monique. So I guess her phone died on her. So she got one of them old Biden phones. Oh well, look, I hate to end it just like that, but has not come back on. So hey, family, Monique Nicholas was here to serve and share all that she had to do. Okay, wait a minute, let's see if she's coming back. I don't see her camera's not on. Turn your camera on, Mo. Your camera is not on. And if your camera ain't on, you ain't on. If your camera ain't on, you ain't on. I ain't putting you up here. Oh, there you go. All right, there you go. There you
Yeah, I
go. What
just
up?
want to say a proper goodbye. I guess people were seeing that I was on here. I guess they thought it was finished.
Hey,
But
it is what it is. But hey, look, get home safely. I know you're
and
still
thanks
down there.
again. Thank you so much, Simon.
Thank you
Truly,
so
like,
much.
you have done so much for the community. I really appreciate everything that you do.
Yes,
Like,
ma'am.
this has
Thank you.
been a sacrifice and people don't understand it. So thank you.
Man, sacrifice your family, sacrifice a whole lot, man, sometimes, man. I wish if I could change it back on, I would incorporate my family a little bit more than I did in throughout all of it. Reggae, everything. I should have incorporated them more. But hey, and I realized that with other spiritual leaders and teachers, sometimes they sacrifice to do what they got to do just for the people. And we forget about ourselves sometimes, and that's unselfishly. And I love to see people shine. And I'm glad that you're shining. I want you to shine, and please support this GoFundMe right here. Boom. Please go.
And if they can't do the GoFundMe,
Come on
Then
out.
they can nominate me for a grant. I have shared stuff on my Instagram stories and
Right.
whatnot. They can hit me up. The sharing out the post helps. Again, if you don't have money, that's free to do. Um, yeah, they could come help volunteer on the 22nd. We're always looking for
Yeah,
volunteers
that's right.
because it's an expo and I need all hands on deck. So if anybody is available and they want to donate an hour or two to help out, especially like at 10, 11 in the morning, when the vendors are setting up, I would be really appreciative of that, especially if you can donate, like just come and donate an hour or two of your time. That's all I'm asking.
There it is. Thank you very much, Monique, once again, and have a great evening. Once again, give you a round of applause because you had cut off while I was giving you a round of applause. Here we go. All right, now don't be doing the Harlem Shake.
You're
Yo,
hilarious.
take care. Love you, man. Take care.
Love
We
you
love you.
too. All
All right.
right. Thank you.
Peace
All
out.
right.
All right.
Peace.
That's my girl Monique in the building. Yes, 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 yes. Look out! I got Dr. B coming up soon. I got my brother. I got Dr. B got a new book out. We're gonna speak to him soon. But continue to support Nicholas Brooklyn. They still going for their goal. They got a big goal that they're going for to maintain this thing on a regular. Because Nicholas is legendary. Nicholas. I've been telling her to call it either the famous Nicholas or the legendary Nicholas. It is time to recognize, because I went to SOBs the other day, and SOBs is 40 years in, and they call themselves legendary SOBs. Boom. Nicholas deserves to be called the legendary Nicholas, because holding it down for 52 years is not an easy task, family. I'm 59. 5 plus 9 is 14. So I'm living my best life in my second. And I'm living my best life because I'm very simple now. I'm not trying to do all this extravagant stuff. I could care less what people say and all that. Like Dr. Africa, man, he taught me well. I don't care what people say, man. And that's what people get caught up with. Caring what people say and feel about you, when it's important on how you feel about yourself. 59 and still got smooth face. Not no grays growing up there like that. I don't have a bunch of grays. I don't use just for men. I just cut my hair and I still keep me looking. I had a lot of hair people. I cut it down and I'm looking like I can still climb trees, do 50 to 100 push-ups straight. I feel good. No aches, no pains. I'm still doing exercise and stretching and Pilates and yoga in the morning if I have to. All of that, qigong, tai chi, all of that to keep myself going. But keep on supporting Nicholas Brooklyn 1000%. Keep on supporting. Big up to Set Squad. Bought these glasses from Set Squad. This is my own hat. Mums, remember, I'm going to be doing my metaphysical urban music social. It's going to be starting in a couple months, so look out for that. That's my boy Rayvon. You see Rayvon right there. I'm gonna see if I can get him to come in, at least one or two of them. But Mums is gonna be something else, so make sure y'all join me on Mums. Remember, tomorrow I will be interviewing the great martial artist, the first black man to be a part of a Chinese gang in Chinatown. y'all don't y'all don't understand what that means in this world, family. Yo, that is crazy because I know how Chinese people used to get down. So I'm telling you, family, come and support Sensei Nathan Ingram. He will be on here talking about respecting the gift of life in martial arts, because he almost got killed. He got attacked. Part of, so especially down there in Chinatown back in the day. And family, those who've been waiting for my audiobook, finally it is here. My audiobook is here with some binary frequencies and tones in the background, produced by my son, Prince Imagine. It's on my membership right now. All you have to do is join my membership and pay that numerovation or audiobook monthly membership to keep on listening to it. But you also have access to the whole lessons that I do on Instagram. But this is very important. So check out my new audiobook. I'm so happy about that. So proud that we uploaded right in the Aquarius energy since my birthday just passed. Big up to Sister Denise Renee Muhammad, aromatherapist, but she also helps with credit repair auto theft, ID theft, all of that kind of stuff, homeowner insurance. And she's also licensed in different states. So make sure you tell her that I sent you. Don't forget Nicholas Brooklyn and Sister Cafunia and Sister Bridget Turner is doing a beautiful thing called the second annual Purely Holistic Soul Expo. Absolutely free. Just register. You can register at the door also, but come on out from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Restoration Plaza at 1368 Fulton Street. For more information, call 718-858-4400. That's 718-858-4400. And if you do want to book a numerovation session with me, I have 50% discount for the next few days, 30-minute for the 30-minute session for February the 18th until February the 18th. So make sure you book that 30 minutes, you get to talk to me. The 60 minutes, you get to talk to me. But the 10 and the 15 minutes, you don't get to talk to me. It's a pre-recording if you want to do a numerovation session with me. That's how we working. Remember also, my book is out. My children's book is out. Order your copy now on either Amazon or go to my Linktree /King Simon the Numerovator. Remember, we all going down to see my sister, Phyllis Yvonne Stickney. Man, Black Women in Comedy Laugh Fest. Y'all should go out there. It's only $30-something or $35. And then they got the VIP tickets also. But general admission is $35. Make sure you go to BW Black Women in Comedy Laugh Fest. That's BWICLAFFEST.com. February 27th or February 28th. I will be there for one of those days, if not both the days, just to support my sister. If you're into martial arts, like I'm into martial arts for many years, this is going to be happening in Manhattan on March the 8th. The Deadly Arts of Survival magazine is producing their annual, of course, seminar. And I'm going to be interviewing the proprietor, of course, on Wednesday of the magazine himself. He will be here with us. So it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful interview with him. And then in April, we're going to be at the Akbar Hall with my brother, one of my teachers, Hanshi Khalik Lewis. Big up to him. And of course, sisters doing their thing in the martial arts. My sister, the one, the only in 30 years of martial arts, Raw Life Defense Seminar, Divine Warriors Alignment in Long Beach, California. I'm going to head out there for that in June 27th. I'll be interviewing her soon also. So we're going to make sure we keep on pumping that. Once again, want to thank Nicholas Brooklyn, Nicholas Cultural, everything, nicholasbrooklyn.com. Make sure you hit him up. Once again, I want to thank my son, Prince Imagine, of course, AKA the Prince himself, doing his thing. Make sure you call those numbers or text those numbers. Please take my classes on Udemy. Just put in the word numerovation in the search engine, and I'm the only one teaching numerovation, motivating you with your numbers, showing you how to apply your numbers. And also join my membership. I got 3 levels of membership. Numerovation audiobook is one of the memberships. The cool membership and the loyalty membership is up there also. So you got 3 levels, but if you want the audiobook, you got to go to the Numerovation. All right. Very important for you to do that. And of course, I got to shout out my brother Lloyd Strayhorn. Today is his born day. Happy born day to my brother Lloyd Strayhorn. Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Show him some love. Make sure you join his app. Make sure you join him. Make sure you book a session with Lloyd. All right. Always show that brother love all the time. And remember, Tuesdays, I usually do Tuesdays in the today's consciousness in the conscious community. You know, I'm bringing on some people. So I'm not doing it weekly like I used to, but those who can make it, I always bring them on and let's do it and make it happen. All right. The next lesson that I'm teaching, family, the Ministry of Numerovation, KSP TV Media presents Cheer Up, a numerovational, spiritual, and physical perspective of the 2 words. Cheer up. That saying right there, cheer up. There is a mathematical frequency and breakdown of it and its spiritual and physical meaning. So I'm going to go into it tomorrow. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I probably either premiere it or I'm going to do it live. I'm going to have to, when I wake up, I'll decide that, you know, because I really don't get that much sleep nowadays. But it is what it is. But please get my audiobook or go listen to my audiobook on YouTube on my membership right now, exclusively on my membership. All right. Once again, we want to thank Monique Nicholas for coming in and sharing her love. Big up to everybody on Instagram. Big up to everybody on Facebook that came in through their own way. Thank you very much, Instagram. Thank you very much, Facebook. Thank you very much to everybody that came through. I'm checking y'all out. Network. Very good. Thank y'all very much for coming through. And make sure y'all support the GoFundMe over there at nicholasbrooklyn.com or just go ahead and support her. All right, family. On that note, I'm going to close out with saying by Dr. B, I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I am thankful for my life. And I'm going to close out with Dr. Blair's birthday. Not well, since Dr. Blair's birthday just passed, but I always close out with his prayer. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open up my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening, no matter what time you're watching this. Remember, I love you because I love me. We're all healing, we're all becoming better. Forgiveness is the highest form of healing. And remember what Dr. Blair used to say, there is no truth until you decide what truth is within yourself. So please know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Peace out, family. Take care. Love y'all. And I will see y'all tomorrow.